Hi people, welcome to my channel Jikoni Time with Obai. Yay! It's been a minute since I did this, guy. And your COVID happened. You know, na COVID ilikuja na kila kitu na kaenda na kila kitu. You see my kitchen, me reduced from this side to this size. This is it. I have a corridor for a kitchen. I can reach everything in a split. Like I just do this. I get chumvi, mafuta, and nini, but that's why I have not been able to shoot a video or something. Guys, so where do I place my camera? So how do I even turn? How do I even talk to you? But I had to find a way because ile pressure mumeniweka inbox. Kila mtu anataka recipe, sijui nini, sijui hujatuma video ya nini. I'm like, hey people, it's Corona period. But anyway, we had to find a way and do this by the way. So I'm very excited to do my first video in this kitchen. This is Trizex. So ukiona kama lighting si mzuri, ukiona sijui nini, please bear with me until this whole situation goes down. So I'm here to make a very simple recipe. But before that, I hope you've been safe. Mko salama? Hata mimi nimekuwa salama. I've been COVID free. I thank God, but I hope you're maintaining social distance, you're sanitizing, you're washing your hands, maintaining social distance, and wearing your masks in public, because lazima tutoke pale nje kutafuta maze, it's been hell. But tunaomba mambo yatakuwa salama. So I want to make brown chapatis. Brown chapatis is the way to go. Now people are eating more healthier foods, adopting to more healthier lifestyles, and brown chapati is one of them, because I found out that it's good for wale watu wako lactose intolerant, wale watu nasemanga me only eat gluten free, diabetic people. So it's all about adopting to new things that are more healthier than just as opposed to eating anything you find on the street and the normal food. So today I want to show you how I do my brown chapatis. Making brown chapatis is a bit technical and most people don't like it because it's a bit messy. In terms of iyo unga ya brown peke yake makes it kuiskuma, kuikanda, hata mimi mwenyewe sipendi. So I'll teach you a technique that I use. I use different brands of flour, wheat flour. And I mix some white in the flour, in the brown flour, so that I just give it a bit softer of a texture that it's easier to kanda and easier to roll. So and on that note, I also mix brands. I use X and Ajab. I mix it because it gives me a nice texture. Ajab is very soft, very fine, and X is not that fine. So the combination gives you a very nice texture, a superb texture. Actually, if you want to enjoy your brown chapatis, try what I'll do today, so that you don't usikuje ukasema alisema kasema but haikuwa mzuri. So please follow this recipe. I hope uko hapo salama sana. So this is my X flour, brown. I want to make more chapatis because I want to refrigerate them. Niweke kwenye freezer, nitakuwa natoa mbili na hii COVID, you never know what happens. But I hope mnaniona vizuri, I hope sauti iko sawa. Hii ni jikoni mpya na ni mara ya kwanza kushoot video hapa. Natumai itatokea vizuri. So I'm making chapatis za brown nyingi. I want to make like 20 or 30. Niweke kwa freezer. So hata mgeni ukikuja nitakutolea hizo, by the way. Siku hizi hatupikangi ovyo. COVID happened. So that is brown flour. I have put brown flour just enough to give me like I should do a bit like 20. I should do like 20 chapos. So that's it. Hiyo ni unga ya brown, ama unga wa brown wa Swahili. Then I'll mix in some white flour, just a bit, to give it a bit of a texture. Sikuambia ingredients zangu, by the way, but I hope as you follow these ingredients utazipata tu. So nimeongeza pale unga nyeupe ambayo ni X. Haya, nitaongeza pale unga mweupe ambapo ni Ajab. Ajab is very fine. It gives me a very good texture when now I mix it with X. This is just to give me, I discovered this the other day, and so nikasema, you know what, why not? Nitachanganya haya maneno nione vile unga wangu utatokelezea. But On my other ingredients, I have sugar. I like my chapos a bit sweet, plus salt. So usually I get a balance of salt and chapati. So I put 3 tablespoons of 3 tablespoons of sugar in the flour. Then I will do salt, like half a tablespoon of salt, depending on the balance that you want in your chapos. Just mix it the way you feel like. So niambie jikoni yangu ni poa, unaona nikianza kutumia narudisha mali nafaa kwa advantage of a smaller kitchen, either because ile ingine nilikuwa lazima nitembe huko, but anyway. Alafu this is hot water. It's not very hot, it's like 60 degrees, yeah, 60 degrees, so that it gives me a good isinipe unga mgumu. So I will mix the white flour, the brown flour, and the sugar and salt, so that nikuwe na mchanganyiko mzuri. Remember, nimeweka 2 brands of flour in one kanini ka mixer. So I'll mix it up vizuri so that I have a consistency in terms of color. Ndio usione kuna chapo ya brown iko na color white, iko na color brown. So ni hivyo tunafanyaga. Lazima ukuwe very very keen when you're doing this. Ndio hata kama unapika ya nyumbani, mtu anaona wah, this is it. So this is hot water, namwambia around 60 degrees Celsius. Make it not very 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 hot. Temperature yani inafaa kuwa Celsius, okay, sijui, but inafaa kuwa around 60 degrees, isiwe baridi na isiwe moto sana. Kwa my other ingredient pia, remember niko na mafuta ya kupika. Hapo ni lazima, but nitaonyesha mahali nitamixia mafuta ya kupika. Wale wapenzi wa brown chapatis, I hope you're following this keenly. Now I know most people are adopting brown chapatis because of health reasons. Watu ambao wako diabetic, watu ugonjwa wa sukari. Watu wa sukari, kama ni kisukari, this is very very healthy for you, and I don't think it harms to mix in a bit of white flour, so that it just gives you an easy time when making the dough. Maji utaongeza kwa kadri ya unavyo feel. Usitengeneze unga ambao ni mwepesi sana ukaje ukakusumbua. Do not make it too soft, and do not make it too hard. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. So if you make very hard unga, you will get very hard chapos. If you make soft unga, you will get soft chapos. So you keep asking me, how come your chapos are very soft? I don't make it hard. I make unga very soft for me to be able ile yenye tashikana vizuri, unga that is together, and you can still roll it without it kukusumbua. So make that balance. Be sure that it's still a bit sticky on your hands. Don't make it too hard, because if you make it too hard, mwanangu, chapati zako zitakuwa ngumu na sijui ni nani utalaumu. You see, you did not learn that from Obai's jikoni. And chapos are very soft. Si kwa kujigamba, si kama najigamba. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make the dough. You can see from naonyesha kwa karibu. It's your lighting ni mbaya. But anyway, this time around itabidi mumezoea hii maisha. Sababu until this COVID goes away, hey, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. So you can see the unga is a bit sticky, so inaacha a bit of stickiness in the trough I'm using. Inaitwa trough ama ka basin, ka small basin I'm using kukanda unga. So what I'll do for me to be able to get the stickiness out and just get the unga whole as one and make it a bit fine, I will add in cooking oil, ama vegetable oil, ama whatever oil you want to use. Others use butter, others Blue Band, but whichever. Eka mafuta kiasi cha haja. Then mix your dough nicely. Make sure you get all those particles holding in there together. and giving your unga just a good texture. My unga is very soft, so for brown you cannot. We punch in a hole in the dough to just see how soft it is. For brown flour is a bit different because you cannot get it. You cannot get that bounce back of unga because it's a bit. Chapo brown is special too. It's very special. So make sure your basin inakaa clean when you are kandaing now. Ukishaweka mafuta ule unga wako umeshikana vizuri. Sasa umeweka kando. Na ukishikana hivi inamaanisha kuwa unga wako uko salama. It's not hard. It's a bit soft. So whenever you do this, remember ukikanda isije kakwama kwa basin. You can see ama kikandio chako. You can see that. So usually people say you leave your dough to rest for a few minutes before you start now cutting it into balls, but I don't think so, because the moment you mesha kanda and you start cutting it, it's already resting. When you make the balls, by the time unamaliza, the flour has already rested, so it's enough. Lakini na hema, that's how unfit I am. So that's what happens, because ukiacha irest again it tends to get a bit softer, which is not good. It gets more softer, which is not good. Itakusumbua when you're now rolling. Just make sure you kanda it nicely, get it compact nicely, so that when you start making the small balls, your flour is ready to go. So I will show you this from a closer look and see how compact it is and how my basin is clean. Besheni is clean, and even my hands usually don't bakisha a lot of unga. Let me show you this from a closer look. You look at my view. Itukayo view. So that's how it is. You see, it's very compact. You see, it has not stuck down there. So this is it. You can see it's very, very, very soft. It is even taking time to come up because of how soft it is. And you know, brown unga does not react like white unga. Inabaki too hapo. Iko too hapo. So let me do this. Now I'll make the small balls and then I'll show you how it looks. So these are the small balls zenye nimetengeneza. You can see they look okay. Depending on the size of chapos. My chapos are not very heavy. I don't like heavy chapatis, so this is the size I like. So I have shown you my... I almost said I've shown you my balls, but I've shown you the balls, the chapati. Well, okay, what I'll do with these balls, I will cover them. my, oh my. So I'll cover this so that they're just soft. You see when you know when wind ama upepo ukipiga pale juu, it becomes a bit hard. So what I'll do, I will show you the process. I hope nikisimama hapa, I know you'll not see my face because again, but I hope the process will be very, very clear for you. What I'll do, I will roll this and just apply cooking oil. Now this is where I say we are making chapos with pages. So you roll that, you roll like a small nini like that. Then once you roll that, something ngumu up. What you do, you apply cooking oil, just enough. Do not overdo oil. And if you want to overdo oil on chapos, this is the place to overdo your oil. Otherwise, when you overdo your oil on the pan, the chapatis become very hard. Then you're like, "Hi, what happened?" Because chapos watu wanaikaga mafuta kwa pan, unafikiria, "Oh, sasa ndio zitakuwa soft." 5 minutes later umezitoa, my friend. You cannot even eat them. Zinakuwa zile za Israeli unleavened breads. So what we'll do, I have rolled, I have buckered mafuta, so what I'll just do, I'll cut almost half of it with my spoon. Then I will take the itaka hivo, then I will just roll this hapo, making a cone, kind of a cone. Make sure your cone is tight, because if it's loose again, hautaweza kuifunga. So it looks like that. So I'll tuck this part hapa, iingie hapo ndani, then I make something like this. It's actually a very nice cone, and this helps you get very fine pages on the chapo. Let's try another and just see how that goes. Usually I do 5 of them at a go, but for learning purposes, nitafanya moja moja, so that you also get how I do it. So when I roll like a small chapati like that, I take my cooking oil, apply. Unanitisama vizuri. Apply hapa juu. Make sure you apply all parts. If you want to overuse cooking oil, again I insist, this is the place to overuse. Usingoje kwenye pan ndio utumie mafuta mengi, no. Kata hapo katikati na kijiko chako. Then take this part on your right, rolling it to your left, but depending when ni mkono gani, kama ni mlefti anzia left ukikuja right, but for me na start from this right to left. I make that cone, then I start tucking in this part hapa juu, just tucking, making it a very firm cone. Do not make a loose cone, because it a collapse. You see? You see that cone? Aya, one more. Nitafanya 4 actually. Fanya 4 ndio tuweze kusonga mbele. You just do the 2 small balls like that. Fanya kingine kamoja. Usually I do so many pamoja, so that I move faster. Rather, kama uwezi fanya mingi ya tego, fanya moja moja. Huu ni ujuzi. So I'll apply cooking oil hapo juu like that. Niliona chapati zingine zimepostiwa huku nikashangaa. So kata hapo. I just fold the unga to make a cone like that. Tuck in this part in between your fingers and your thumb, ndio uweke ushikilie hapo. Then it gives you a very nice cone. Weka hiyo cone kando, kunja hii nyingine pia the same way. Just make sure your cone is tight as you fold it. It doesn't wobble around. You tuck in this upper part and just let it be like that. Go pamoja. I'll continue with the rest, then I'll show you how the cones will be at the end of it. So this is how the cones look like. I've already packed mafuta on all of them. Hey, I'm so happy. 24 chapos. Yes. That's it. So people, I have shown you the cone. The cones that I've made. Now the chapos are ready to be rolled. This is my pan. So what I'll do, I'll just turn on my stove like that. And start unrolling my chapos. I don't want it to be... I want the pan to get hot as I roll this 1 chapati. Walisema chapati ya kwanza ni ya mpishe. So, yeah. Bila kwa karibu, naweza tia kule chapa ya kwanza. Fila zingine nitaweka zangu. So you roll your chapo a bit consistently. So try and make it as round as possible. Situtengeneze mepu za Afrika Mashariki ama mepu za Afrika. So I'll let my pan heat up and just try and make it a bit dry. If you can use a kitchen towel, make sure it's dry. Sina mafuta twingi. My neighbor has decided today ataweka sauti juu. Leo ndio siku watoto wameamua tutalia. So ukisikia background noise, ukisikia mtoto analia, ukisikia kuku wanawika, chill. So here's my chapo. It's round. My pan is hot enough. I'll just place that there. And as that cooks, I'll roll another. I want to show you how I make them, like 4 of them on the pan. Try as much as you can to make your chapos round. So flatten the corn first before you start rolling. Before you start rolling, make sure you use enough unga so that it does not stick, or do a roll up on the roll up on the pin, so that you get a very good circular circle. The circular circle, guy, is that English? You get a very nice round chapati. That's how it looks. My chapos are round, and nazipenda zikiwa round hivo. So I'll just dry these chapos on both sides. Once that side is dry, I'll turn it. I turn it to the other side, so on the other side, so that it dries up. Ifanye ikuwe ngumu kiasi cha haja. Kwa ngumu yani ikauke. In the meantime, nakula crisps. I'm very hungry. Kutoa ja. Yeah, so this is dry on both sides. I'll remove it. I'll take another, place it there in the pan, and roll another. My unga is soft nicely, so you don't need to struggle when rolling. That's why I told you, when you make your dough a bit hard, even the rolling becomes a bit hard. But if you make it soft, your rolling becomes very easy. You don't struggle with it. It just goes mwah. So I'll turn the chapo since it's dry on the other side. So I'll just turn the camera on the other side so that I show you now how I'll do the cooking. I'll apply the oil na vitu kama hivyo, so that you don't overdo oil on your chapati thinking you're making it soft. I have missed shooting a video, so on this one I'll keep talking until tufike your stage ndio niweze kuonesha, because I want to do 4 of them at a go. Usually I do like 5 or 6, but today I'll just do 4. But you can do 1 depending on the skill that you have. Ukiona 4 zinakusumbuma zinakupeleka marathon, please reduce, punguza, fanya moja ama 2. I drove all night. So zinaendelea kuiva. Hiyo imeiva vizuri, tutamweka pale kando. Take this one. Now I'll show you how to do the other part ya kupika. I have arranged all these 4 chapos here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the pan. Now I will apply cooking oil. Cooking oil hapa juu, just to make sure do not over apply your cooking oil. Make sure you use like 1 tablespoon is enough. Usiweke vijiko 3, because it makes your chapos dry at the end of it all. So what is the use if you make them soft on the pan and then kwa kukula they're very dry? So just 1 tablespoon full like that is very good. You spread it nicely, evenly to all corners of this chapati. Chapati around corner, I don't know, but you make all the whole surface to have a bit of cooking oil. Just check if it's getting ready. Yeah, then just let it be. You can see the cooking oil hakuna ile imebaki hapa. Hata ukifanya hivi you cannot chota. You see, that's the best. But if you want it soggy, then it becomes like kuni when you're now ready to serve. So you turn the other side and just make sure you spread the cooking oil on the chapati evenly. Make sure the whole surface has cooking oil. Just use a single tablespoon, it's enough for your chapo. Do you see the chapo Guinness Book of Records? inatosha kijiko kimoja. You can see it looks very delicious. Geuza upande huo. Geuza upande huo, just apply cooking oil. There. 1 tablespoon again. Let's make sure this is what you use. That will make your chapati very soft after you remove it from the pan. Okay. I hope hapo tunaelewana wadau. Tuko pamoja. Turn your pan like that, your chapo like that. It's ready on both sides. Just remove it, weka on the side. Kwa kile kidude ambacho unatumia, then continue with this one. Apply cooking oil again. And the process goes like that. Now, what happens is your chapo is there. And this one, you continue applying cooking oil. Remember the other one may appear both sides. So, for you not to get a chapati that is not ready out of the pan, you just make sure you check both sides. Ndoko umepika both sides, like this one. You see, it's cooked on both sides. So, what we do, you just remove it. Weka pale kando. Haya, tuendelee. There goes my chapati. 1 tablespoon. Turn your chapo. If it's not ready, make sure umeitengeneza iive kadri ya uwezo utaka, kadri ya unavyotaka. Geuza irudi pale ive kidogo tena zaidi ya hapo. And then the process goes on and on and on and on. It's the same process, it repeats itself. So the 4 chapos that we made ziko tayari, ziko very soft, you can see. Yani chapati laini. So what we do, if you want to learn how to make soft chapatis, ama ukishindwa kufuata hii video vizuri to make soft chapatis, just get in touch with me. I'll be able to teach you how to make soft chapatis. Kama utanilipa soft fee, kabile tu soft chapati, we will discuss on that. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Yay, 500 subscribers and still counting. Tufike 1,000, I say. Tufike 1,000. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for always following. Thank you for your comments and overwhelming support. I really appreciate. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jikoni Time with Obai. If you haven't, I will put my bio, just follow it, bio on the link and get your buys. Jikoni Time with Obai. Please hit the subscription button, hit the bell so that you get updates on every video that I post. What else do I need to say? Thank you very much and God bless you and stay safe.